Hello folks, this guide is going to be a quick video on how to set up the Garmin Oregon 600 or 650 series of hiking GPS for cycling use. And the first thing first is you have to go to setup, and go to your drawer and go to profile change. Your icon might be different than mine because I've customized the icon, and you can simply customize the icon by just pressing it and move it around. So go to profile change and make sure your profile is set to fitness. So like so. And while it's in fitness, let's go and set up this fitness profile. So of course we go to the setup, which is the main setup menu, and you'll find the fitness tab. So go in. This is your fitness profile, and you can customize the auto lap function to turn on or off. I usually leave it on and set it to 1 mile per lap, so every time when it's a mile it beeps once, so I know I've rode 1 mile. And of course there's a user profile where you enter your age, weight, and height info, like many other Garmin fitness GPS. And you go to HR zones. Heart rate zone is automatically calculated based on your age, but you can fine-tune it by going in and set the numbers yourself. And also your most important is the fit activity. Make sure it's set to cycling, like so. And so your fitness profile is set up, and every time now when you click start the track, it will automatically record your tracks based on your fitness profile and display some data fields like heart rate, cadence, and average heart rate. And all those data fields can be customized. If you long press on the top widget, you'll be able to select what dashboard it's displaying on the main screen. So right now I have the small data fields displayed, which have 4 different data fields. If you use large data field, it only have 1 data field with battery info. So let's see, like that. And you can also customize each data field display by clicking in and select whatever field you want to be displayed. And of course it supports multiple main screen on the main menu, so you just swipe left and right and it would go into a different screen, and each screen have their own widgets, which is really convenient. So okay, now let's talk about navigation. So when you're biking around and you want to make sure to quickly get home, and you have to go into map and set up the map properly. So let's set up the map. And make sure you have a routable map. So for me, I have the North America City Navigator installed, and it's fully routable, and it's very detailed road map. And orientation, it's really up to you whether it's track up or north up. The dashboard, this dashboard is only for whatever is displayed on the map screen. So right now I have none because I want to be able to view the map on the whole screen. And if you set up a dashboard, it's just gonna take up the top area, and especially if you have the prompt displayed always, it will further bring down the map to a very small area. So I like to have my map large so it's easy to see. So guidance text is the if I use never, it doesn't display, and if I use only display when navigating, it will display when it's time when the navigation feature is turned on, so it will show up on the top. And I like to leave it on so I know which road I'm riding on. And let's see, let's use always. And map speed, I think it's a drawing speed of the refreshing rate of the map. So I always use fast because I find normal is kind of sluggish, and I haven't find it affecting battery life that much, so I always leave it on fast. So going to advanced setup, the map detail, I usually leave it on normal because if you use less, a lot of times streets are not displayed, and if you use more, it displays too much information, which is very clunky looking on the map screen. So or shaded relief, if it's supported, it'll display a shade on the map. And vehicle, whatever you like, the default small is pretty nice. And zoom control, it all controls the zoom level of the map. Always leave those settings to auto. So and you can always manual override really easily on the map screen. Text size is pretty much also a personal preference, and so the map setup it's pretty basic. And of course, we have to right now go into to set up the navigation profile properly. So it goes into cycling mode instead of default automotive mode, which actually will route you onto highways and stuff, which is dangerous for cyclists, of course. So let's go into, let's see where it is, routing in your setup menu, and make sure your activity is actually cycling. You can probably also use tour cycling. I'm not sure what's the difference between cycling and tour cycling. And if you're on your mountain bike trails, and if you're following a trail, you can use mountain biking, which I think is it doesn't automatically stick to the road. If you click on each profile, let's go back to routing and cycling. If you click on the routing profile, you can further customize the activity. So right now it's cycling, and you have the option to whether stick onto the road or no. If you choose no, if you are a little bit off the road, it will display you're actually a little bit off the road. But generally I leave it on. And off-route calculation, I'm not quite sure what this function is. It might be because if you actually made a wrong turn, if you made a wrong turn, it will beep, and it will automatically calculate a different new route for you to be back on track. And if you use prompted, it will keeps beeping, but it wouldn't automatically calculate the route. So you have to right back to the course that was displayed on the screen. And if you hit off, it wouldn't have any prompt or audio alert. So I leave it on automatic because it's just like driving. If you make a wrong turn, it automatically calculates and make a new route for you. Avoidance, of course, you'll want to avoid all the major highways. And if you have a road bike, of course, unpaved roads, better click it. And if you're on a mountain bike or a cyclocross bike, I don't think it matters that much. And ferries, leave it on. There's no ferries in Miami, so it doesn't really matter. But if you're in New York and stuff, it might work for you to not leave it on. So you can take a ferry to a different island and continue riding. So and that's pretty much the basic setup for the Garmin Oregon 600 and 650 series to be used for cycling. And when you have everything set up, basically you are outside and you simply hit start. It will record an activity with a cycling profile, and if you hit stop, it will pause it. And if you hit save, it will actually save this activity as a cycling activity. So for now, I'm just going to clear all the data, and that's pretty much basically it. I use this Oregon 600 for when I'm on the Miami street, and it works really extremely well. And the screen is also very easy to see. It's a transreflective screen, so it doesn't have to have the backlight to be able to see on the sunlight, and it's really bright. Right now I'm in a dark room, so I keep the backlight on. But in the sun, you can actually turn the backlight off to save some batteries. And when you are navigating, let's see. When you're navigating, you have the option to adjust on the fly to have the backlight on or off, and you can also lock your screen so you don't accidentally press the screen. And if you need to unlock, you simply press your power button again and hit unlock, and your screen is unlocked, so you can look around. And that's pretty much it. And thank you so much, guys, for looking. If you have questions, feel free to ask in comment section. Otherwise, have a great day.